Hello, this is Inside the App, and here we try to equip you with the elements you need to become Web3 proficient. My name is Henry Onyebuchi, and today we have control structures, and I'll be showing you the if-else statements in this video. Control structures allow you to control the flow of execution in your Solidity smart contracts. The if-else statement is a fundamental control structure that enables you to make decisions based on conditions. It allows your contract to execute different set of codes based on whether a condition evaluates to true or false. So here's a quick Solidity example showing if and else statements. So as you can see, I have here on my screen the structure of the smart contract. I'm going to define a function. Let's just call it getStatus. And in this function, I'm going to give it a parameter. Let's call it a uint type parameter. Param. By the way, uint by default is equivalent to uint 256. So I can either have it this way or just have it as ordinary uint. It's the same thing as uint 256 by default. And then I want this to be a public function. I'm going to make this a pure function. I want it to return let's say an enum type. So I'm going to have to define an enum type called status. And inside this type, I can say low, half, full. Okay. Next thing, I'm going to have to define my function body. I'm just going to define the if statement. It's almost the same thing as we have in JavaScript. So I'm just going to say if 50 as a value is greater than the parameter we pass in, we want to return low. Else, we're going to return full. And so we can quickly deploy a smart contract to test out the condition. As you can see over here, we're using the compiler version of 0.8.18. And I'm just going to go to the deployment and deploy the smart contract. So now we have deployed the smart contract. This function is a read-only function. So it means we're not expected to pay gas or, update the state of the blockchain. But we can pass in a value. Let's see if I pass in 37. So as you can see, 37 is less than 50. And since 50 is greater than 37, it's going to return this status in the enum, which is giving us here as 0. So one thing you need to know about enum type is the return values you get off-chain for an enum is mapped with indexes starting from 0, which means that the first value in the enum equates to 0, and in this our case, this would be 1, this would be 2. So since we're getting 0, it means that our return function actually returned low. So it means that this function executed, or this action executed in the branch of our if-else statement. So if I say 73, which is greater than 50, I expect 2, which is the index of full, because we want it to return full if the param that we pass in is greater than 50. So I can also add something else to this if-else statement. So I'm going to say else if. And then else if has to come with a condition. If 100 greater than param, then it should return status dot half tank. Yeah. And so let's deploy that and try and see how that works. So after making sure that my contract compiles okay, deploy. And right now we already tried the first value, which was let's just say something less. If I use 10 and call, is going to return 0, which equates to low in the enum status. And then if I put 51, it's going to equate to 1, which means 100 is greater than param, but 50 is not greater than param. So this is the branch of the code that gets executed. And then finally, if I put anything greater than 100, so you can see it's going to return 2, because this part of the code is going to run, which equates to 2, 0, 1, 2 being the numbering format. So in this video, I showed you how the if-else control structure works. If a condition is met, the code within the if block will be run. Otherwise, the alternative code will be run just as set by the smart contract code. In this example, if the param is less than 50, then it's going to return an enum status of low. If it's less than 100, it's going to return an enum status of half. Otherwise, it's going to return full because it will be greater than or equal to 100. So that's it. You've successfully implemented if-else statements in your Solidity smart contract. You can now use them to control the flow of your contract based on various conditions. Feel free to explore more complex scenarios and combinations of control structures as you advance in your Solidity programming journey. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also drop a comment in the comment section if you have any questions. We'll be happy to help you dissect them. See you some other time. Bye-bye.